type any terms that you had encountered in yesterday's class. Whatever you'll remember from yesterday's class, just type in the chat box, inshallah. Come on, let's keep this engaging. It would be a means. Okay, subhanallah. The very first, yes, introduction to graphic designing was dealt. Very excellent. Barakallahu fiki. We learned what is graphic designing, right? Yes, what is graphic designing? What is the difference between photo editing? Excellent, 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 Muhammad Imad, excellent, Farida. Yes, we have learned what is photo editing, what is video editing, what is the difference between all of these three. We also have seen what is the scope of this skill that we are learning. We also have seen what the course details, whatever we are going to offer, inshallah ta'ala. And dear sisters and brothers, alhamdulillah, we have, yes, excellently done. We have learned the Canva homepage. We have seen. We have just got used to this homepage of the Canva. We just wanted to be more friendly with the homepage, so we just discovered whatever is on the interface of the Canva, right? So, alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, by now I hope that you all have got the pro access to the edu team or EDU-SITE team. Alhamdulillah, inshallah. I was just addressing your doubts, so there was a delay in the session. Make sure you attend the class every day on 3:30 p.m. inshallah ta'ala. So today actually I just was addressing some of the doubts that the students had. And yes, sisters and brothers, inshallah, you'll gain this access to the team for 6 months, inshallah. If you want any extensions after 6 months as well, you can just approach me. I'll help you out to give the free access to our team, inshallah ta'ala. You being the students, you will gain the access to the team for 1 year, inshallah ta'ala, from now on. Okay. So, and one more questions about the team that you're joining. Inshallah, dear sisters and brothers, you will have your data, whatever data you will be putting up over there. It's all private. It's all yours. Fine, inshallah ta'ala. So, dear sisters and brothers, hopefully you all join the team, because I have already told you the procedure how to join the team in the group. Alhamdulillah. And I hope that everyone has joined the Pro EDU-SITE team. If yes, kindly type in yes now, inshallah. Let me see yes now. Okay, there's a doubt here. No problem. You just have to switch the team, dear sister Farida. Okay, you just have to switch the team. I'll show you the procedure. Do not worry. Okay. If you just have joined the team, you don't have to worry. Okay. Who else? Alhamdulillah. Everyone has got into the board. Have you all got into board? Yes. On board with EDU-SITE, inshallah. Yes. Let's all work together, inshallah ta'ala. We're going to create wonders, inshallah ta'ala. Even after the completion of the course, if you want to join with us to serve the deen of Allah, to serve the various projects, inshallah, you can just get back to me. I'll help you in your journey for voluntarily working on the teams, different teams, various teams, Islamic teams or more, inshallah ta'ala. So do not worry, we'll be assisting you throughout, inshallah. Hopefully you all have, okay. We've got 5 years here. Barakallahu fiki. Okay, come on, alhamdulillah. This was the thing that was dealt in yesterday's class. We were just overviewing the homepage of the Canva, and this was the homepage that we had seen on the Canva laptop screens, and this was just given on the smartphone screens, right? Okay, because widely we make use of the laptops or the tabs, so I've just showed you. My would be the tab version, okay, inshallah ta'ala. So I just want you all to make sure you follow the things up, and do not worry. If you're with the smartphones, you don't have to worry that I don't have the laptop to catch up with the teacher. No, dear sisters and brothers, even if you're with the smartphones, I already told you it's very easily accessible on the smartphones. Okay, smartphones. If I want to do the projects, I usually prefer using the smartphones because it is very easy to use in single click and more. Okay, so you don't have to worry if you're with the smartphones. I'll teach you hand in hand, like what are the things that are available in the laptop version and where is it available and how is it is accessible on the smartphones as well. I'll teach you. Okay, so do not worry about that stuff, inshallah ta'ala. So someone was asking about the teams, how you have to get back to the team. You just have to move here, and there is a button over here, dear sisters and brothers, on the menu side. Okay, just click on it and switch the team, EDU-SITE team. Switch the EDU-SITE team. Once you have joined the team, then no problem. You will gain an access to this team anywhere and everywhere. You can have the access to the team on the laptop, simultaneously on the smartphones, simultaneously on the PC, simultaneously on any device. Understood? Yes or no? Anyone here has a doubt? If you want to have the access to this team both on this PC as well as on your smartphone, do it. It's easily available. It's easily done. Okay? Okay. Type okay if you have understood. Inshallah. So come on, let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are heading on to the day 2 of the session. And now, dear sisters and brothers, today we are going to head on to the creators page. Already told you we are into the introductory sessions, and these introductory sessions are very important because we are going to learn so many key concepts about graphic designing, inshallah ta'ala. So, dear sisters and brothers, you must be able to attend these sessions, at least 4 to 5 sessions in the live class, and you have to practice along with me, okay, inshallah ta'ala. And one more thing, you have to have lots of patience throughout this course, dear sisters and brothers. Please have lots of patience because I want you all to remember that you just don't have to step to the last thing. Like yesterday, someone was asking doubt about the our creation of something. But for now, I just want you all to bear with me. You just have to follow one class after the other class, okay? Inshallah ta'ala. So come on, let's head on to the day 2 of this course. We are going to learn so many things in today's session. I don't go into the terms because I have mentioned so many terms that we are going to learn today. Inshallah, you will be able to crack this down very easily because I'll crack each and every topics in bits and pieces, and inshallah I'll project it to you so that you can handle it very easily, inshallah ta'ala. So we'll be starting ahead with the editor page of the Canva on both laptop screens, and inshallah we'll show you how you're going to go ahead with this as well, smartphone devices as well. And then the sisters and brothers, with this usage of the templates, how you're going to stylize. This is the key concept which you're going to learn, inshallah. The color theory, the color palettes, the color wheels, inshallah, the font combinations. Do not go into the terms, inshallah. You will be learning each and every terms and bits and pieces, okay? Do not worry, okay? So you're going to learn how to use the elements, templates, images, and few more concepts, inshallah. So these are the concepts that would be covered in today's class. If not in today's class, we are going to head on. We are going to take this concept to tomorrow's class as well because these are the key concepts on the editor page of the Canva, inshallah. So dear sisters and brothers, okay. Now there's a question here for you. What makes a designer a good designer? Okay. If you are going through the graphics, for example, think that you get a post, an Islamic post, or whatever post on the social media or whatever. What do you think that you feel? What makes you feel that this design is a good design? Can you please type in what you need to see in a design that makes it a good design? Yes, it must look a bit professional, right? Yes. What more do you want to have? The design should be a good design, right? It should be, yes, excellent, Sister Farida. You have to be able to communicate the idea well. Yes, for example, if there was any quote mentioned, there should be some mind mapping so that the backgrounds are matching well, so that it catches the eye of the viewer, right? So what makes a designer a good designer is that he has to have a good design. So what makes a design a good or a great design is that he has to follow some basic principles, basic design principles. Inshallah, basic design principles, we have almost 8 design principles that we can cover with the Canva, okay? Inshallah, we are going to take it very slowly. So inshallah, we'll take that concept tomorrow. I mean, the design principles, we have the design principles like hierarchy, elements, and we have contrasting, we have alignments, we have so many design principles that we'll be discussing, typography and more. One after another class we'll be discussing each and every design principle, okay? So don't go into the terms, you just have to make sure that you're learning things that will help you to be a good designer, inshallah. So what makes a designer a good designer is that he must make the designs very good, right? Very great designs, he must have the great designing, right? Designing skills. And then the second thing is that he must deliver the products very fast, right? He should not take forever to deliver the designs, right? Yes, sisters and brothers. Do you think, for example, if someone gives you a work and you whatever happens is you tell them that you want 10 days or 20 days? No, that's not possible because in this time of ours, people want the things to be done within minutes, right? Yes or no? For example, if any client approaches me for anything, I tell them just give me a hour, I'll just give it to you. No, I even take only the seconds. Within a minute, I make it and send it to them, dear sisters and brothers. You know, so a good designer should have the good designs. And the second thing, he must deliver the designs in a very faster pace. Okay. So remember these 2 things when you're designing anything. Okay. So any flyer, anything that has to be a good design, that should be designed in a very great manner. I mean, it should have a very visually appealing scene. only then it is called as a good design. And we'll teach you how you can create the good designs, inshallah ta'ala. So dear sisters and brothers, let's head on to the topic itself, and we are going to learn these topics, inshallah ta'ala, color theory, the color wheel, and more, inshallah. So dear sisters and brothers, let's all be ready with the two devices, one to listen to the class, another for the live practice. And inshallah ta'ala, let's all begin today's session with continuous practice. Practice into the class, practice after the class, dear sisters and brothers. Please make sure that you're practicing, because this is not a bookish knowledge. Remember that. Something like science, mathematics, they don't need if you're practicing only, then you are going to gain a professionalism in that. No, this is a skill that you're learning. If you practice a lot, then you will actually gain perfection in this. Okay, so remember, it's not just studying, it's practicing as well that counts here, inshallah ta'ala. So let's begin. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We are going to head on to the creators page, inshallah, today. The very first screen that is in front of me is this one. Okay. So here we are with the first screen, or the home page of the Canva. Hopefully you all remember what we had discussed in yesterday's class. This is the home page of the Canva, and this home page, dear sisters and brothers, okay, we have actually overviewed the home page yesterday, and alhamdulillah, we have seen most of the concepts. These are very easy to use tools, and these are the something in the recent projects. This bar was already explained, and everything is covered, alhamdulillah. Now, dear sisters and brothers, now we are going to start to create the design. Okay, how we are going to start to create the designs? Okay, there is a button over here that says create a design. Okay, if you have the smartphones, there will be just a plus button somewhere in the midst of the screen. Okay, plus button, create a design. Okay, there's another button known as custom size. It will show you something like this, okay. Okay, it's over here, can you see this on your screens, anywhere on these screens? Okay, this is a custom designs. In the smartphones, what happens is when you click on the create a design, somewhere over there you will find this custom size. Okay, so make sure you are remembering these two things, create a design, custom design, because from here you're going to start ahead with the journey with the Canva. Okay, so come on, yes, remember this. So very first thing I want to address before we are going into the topic itself, into the creator page itself, is that of a dimension. Okay, can you tell me what is a dimension of any post? What does a dimension mean by? Okay, hopefully you know that each and every social media site has a different dimension for their post assigned. Do you know that? Yes or no? My students from Canva mastery courses, my students from Kind Master courses might tell this very excellently, because we have gone through a concept known as aspect ratio, right, dear sisters and brothers? Aspect ratio. What does this aspect ratio tell you? How to select the dimensions, right? How to select the dimensions. So what is a dimension? Can you just let me know what is a dimension? Yes. It's a width and the size, right? Width and the length, right? Length and width, or width and the height of the any post. Yes, excellent. Size of the image of the video. It's a width and height of the videos or the audios, right? Or the images, right? Yes. So, dear sisters and brothers, here you don't have to worry about knowing the dimensions. Okay, what is the Instagram post dimension? What is the Facebook post dimension? You don't have to worry, because Canva has preset dimensions, or pre-assigned dimensions. Okay, remember that. So you don't have to worry about the dimensions. What is the dimension of Instagram post? You don't have to worry about that, because once you click on the create a design, they will ask you what post do you want to create. You just can click here and write Instagram. Okay, what Instagram you are going to create for? What are you going to create for Instagram? If you're going to create a post, if you're going to create a story, if you're going to create, you have different aspect ratios mentioned in the form of the pixels. Okay, pixels, px. What is a pixel? It's actually the very minute quantity, or what we say measurement unit. It's actually the resolution dimensions. You don't have to worry about px, but remember, these are the dimensions that are preset dimensions. Okay, they are preset dimensions. You don't have to by heart it. Memorize it like Instagram reel. If I want to select, I should use this dimension. No, you don't have to remember all of this. Okay, you just have to put it here, and you have the dimensions here. For example, if you create the post for the Facebook, then you just have to write Facebook. whatever. If you want to create the cover image, then it's all here. They'll tell you the dimensions. If you want to have the cover image, post dimensions, profile picture, if you want to have the dimensions are all preset and they are put up here, dear sisters and brothers. You do not have to worry even for a bit about the dimensions, whether if I create the post, whether it will go well on the Facebook profile or not. It will go well because the dimensions are taken from the different social sites. Hopefully you have understood now what is a dimension, right? It is nothing but the length and width of the post that is to be put up on the social media or wherever. Okay, you know, why is this dimensions used? Can you tell me, dear sisters and brothers, why is this used? Why is the dimensions used? Because you know, every platform, dear sisters and brothers, every other platforms has a different dimension, right? So we should make sure that we have a good dimension before we have a preset dimension before we are starting to create the post. Okay, before we start to create the post, we have to have a preset dimension. We should have in mind wherever we're going to put our post on, right? Yes. For example, if you want to create a post for your WhatsApp stories, then the dimension is different from the Instagram post, right? Because Instagram post comes in the portrait format or square format, but the story will be entire screen, right? 16 is to 9, sorry, 9 is to 16. Probably you remember 9 is to 16, 16 is to 9. You know, this screen that is here in front of you, dear sisters and brothers, this green screen, okay, from this dimension, it is 16 is to 9, okay? We call it 16 is to 9, the landscape version. Okay, whenever you're viewing this screen, Zoom screen, on your smartphones, dear sisters and brothers, please make sure you are putting the landscape pattern so that the words are in a bigger highlighted manner. Okay, okay, following me? But if you have held this smartphone in the portrait format, then what happens, dear sisters and brothers? Tell me. This screen will be something like this, right? Only this much in width. Okay, if you have held your smartphone in the portrait manner, then it will be this much. I mean, in this, if it is rotated well, right? So at that time, you will have only this much. So it will be again 16 is to 9 ratio. Okay, but in the portrait format. So remember, the portrait format, if you want the whole of it, then it is 9 is to 16. You don't have to worry about all of this. I'll just tell you. I'm just telling you for your curiosity if you want to know about this thing. Okay, so alhamdulillah, those were the dimension things that you have to know. Okay, so everything has a different dimension. All the social media post, Instagram post, Facebook post, Twitter post, X post, or whatever, threads. Everyone has a different dimension. The posters, I mean, the resumes, they have actually the A4 size, and then the ID cards, the business cards, whatever, dear sisters and brothers, they have their own dimensions. And inshallah, if you want whatever to be made, you just have to click on this and you just have to go ahead with that. Right? That's all. Okay. Now we are going to select. Okay, come on, let me select a random thing because today it's just an introductory session. Okay, we are just doing the introductory designs in first few classes. Okay, so now we are just into the introductory designs. I just wanted to select any of the thing that you like. For example, if you want to create an Instagram post ratio, then we can just select this one. Okay, let's select Instagram post square or portrait, whichever you want. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, select that aspect ratio. Selected. Okay, once you select that, you will land onto this page known as creators or the editors page on Canva. Okay, this is the editors page on Canva. This is the screen that you'll get when you open up the something with the dimension. Okay, hopefully you have got the screen into hand. Now this is where you're going to create wonders. This is where you're going to create the magic, inshallah ta'ala. This is the thing which you're going to utilize for the inshallah ta'ala for your projects, whatever projects you take up in the future, inshallah ta'ala. This is the screen that we are going to utilize inshallah in the upcoming sessions as well as into your journey of editing, inshallah. So come on, dear sisters and brothers, we have this screen in hand. We have a top bar, we have left bar, and we have something like the center. Center is nothing but we have a creator's page, and this is our dimension that is put up here. Hopefully you have understood what is the dimension that is taken here. Now it is a square post, right? Instagram post. This is the dimension of the post. Okay, this is the dimension of the post that was selected. See, this is the square dimension of the post that we had selected. Okay, hopefully you have understood it. So now this is the left bar. Okay, so dear sisters and brothers, this is a left bar or left menu bar. This one, dear sisters and brothers, on the smartphones will be on the bottom of the page. Okay, remember that. On your smartphones, if you take it, it will be on the bottom. If you are in the laptops or if you are with the computer screens, then it will be on the left bar. Okay, following me? Type yes. Okay, inshallah. This will be on the bottom if you are with the smartphones, because it's actually a bit yes, it's actually a bit clumsed up. That's all. Okay. Now we have a top bar, we have the left bar, and midst would be our space wherein we are going to create something. Okay. So the very first thing that you have in the top left, dear sisters and brothers, is a menu button. Okay. It's just a three layer button, which is actually called as a button wherein you're going to get access to the other, what we say, other icons. So just click on it and you will have the access to the something that we had in the first page, like home page, the projects, the templates, the brand. We can just go back to the pages with this button. Okay, we can go back to the, what we say, the very first screen, the home page screen with this button. Fine. The home, projects, templates, and all, you can just get ahead with that. And also with this, you can even create a new design if you want to create. And if you want to go back to the home, you can click here or click on the home. Okay. And if you want to get the start post or something like that, or if you want to get your recent designs, it will be stored here. Fine. You can just click and you can just get back to that. Fine. So the another thing that is here is create a design. If you want to go ahead from this post to creating another post, then you can just click over here itself and get the new post in hand. Okay. So, okay, now I'll just close the screen up. Okay, we have got the regular screen of the editor page. Fine. Okay. Now, I just want you to have lots of sub while you're just going through this concept, because during the sessions only you will be learning how to get access to all of these tools. Because after the introductory sessions, dear sisters and brothers, I'll just tell you, go to the files, change the margins, then you just have to do the instructions accordingly. Okay, so remember, you have to note a few of the things beforehand to do live practice. Okay, inshallah. So we'll just go ahead with the file now. The second button on the screen, on the top bar, there is something called as file. Okay, come on. There's a very first thing here mentioned. It is called as name of the design. Okay, this is the design name. Okay, now if you want to change the name of the design, you just have to click on this one, and you just can change the name. Okay, come on, write introductory design. Introductory design. Come on, dear sisters and brothers. We don't have any topic as of now. I just want you all to write the same thing. Follow me up. That's all. You just have to bear with me for the next few days, because we are going to learn basic concepts of graphic designing, inshallah. So come on, introductory design. Done? Okay. The next thing about the post, the details about the post will be mentioned here. What kind of post did you use? What kind of aspect ratio did you use? You have used Instagram post aspect ratio. Now you get back to the screen, and now you don't want the Instagram post. You remember that I don't want to create it for the Instagram post. I don't want to have this aspect ratio. I want to create an Instagram story. Then you have something known as create a new design. You can just skip from this post and go ahead with another post. Okay, you just can click on create a new design from here itself and go back to creating another designs from here itself. Okay, okay, and also your name would be mentioned here, who is doing this work. Okay, and then this is the dimension. I already told you pixels. The dimensions are here in the form of the pixels. You can just see what is the dimension of this square post. Okay, created design is done. Import files. For example, if you want to import something from your gallery and you want to work on it, for example, if you want to import a photo and edit the photo, then you can just import using this import files. Okay, so for now you don't have to worry about this concept, because we'll be using it in the later classes. Okay, the next thing is settings. Settings is nothing but the page settings, how you're going to set up this page in such a way that it will be very helpful for you to edit very excellently and be a good designer, good graphic designer. So dear sisters and brothers, as you being a very, what we say, a very basic designer, I mean, you just have started off your journey into this. So I just want you all to make sure you're setting some of the things right here. Okay, so come on, click on the settings now. And there is something called as show rulers and guides. I want you all to switch this on. Okay, switch it on. You know what is rulers and guides? Rulers or guides is nothing but they actually help you to measure or align the elements. Okay, so this is the rulers, and guides is actually something that you don't have to worry about. We actually have the guides in the format for using the business cards or the carousels. At that time, when you're going to discuss how to create the carousels or the business cards, I'll tell you how to make use of the guides. Okay, so don't worry about the guides, inshallah. So remember to switch on the show rulers and guides. Okay, switch it on, because when you are doing your design on the art screen, it actually will help you in ways that you don't imagine. Okay, because alignment is very important for a graphic designer. Without a proper alignment, your design won't look good, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, so basic principle of designing is nothing but you have to have a proper alignment for your designs, for the elements, for the text, or whatever you insert inside a design. You must have a proper alignment. So the rulers and guides or the margins will help you to make sure that you're having a proper alignment, or the what we say, proper alignment of the post. Come on, dear sisters and brothers. I just want you all to switch on this rulers and guides. And second important thing, I want you all to click on this margins as well. These are the margins that are here. Okay. These are okay. I cannot find it. If you're with a smartphone, I just want you all to click on this. There is something like three dot over here on the top. Okay. Yes, and if you are with the mobile phone, that's all. If you are with the mobile phone, there will be something like three dot over there, three dots, or something like this three, or something like this three. Okay, please click on it. You will get ahead with the files. Come on, yes, sisters and brothers. Try it along if you are with the smartphones. Let me know if you're doing this. Okay, there's something called as show margins, dear sisters and brothers. Margins is nothing but, hopefully you know, in your notebook you have the margins, right? When you click on it, you will get the margins. So whatever the text you write is inside the margins. So make sure you're doing it. You're switching this on as well. The margins. It is actually the space between the edge and the center of the post, right? And the remaining part of the post, so that you can maintain the main content area and the sub content area. So it actually ensures that the important elements are put forth very excellently. Okay, three dots are mentioned. Yeah, sister, who is the sister here? Okay, just click on that three dot, you will get it. Three dot, you will get the file. Sister Sofyan, okay, Sister Tabassum and Kamar Arif, you will just get it. Okay, if you just click on this three dot, if you're with the smartphones, okay, three dot, you will get it. Okay, this is the files. Okay, in the files you will have settings. You just have to enable these things. Show margins is important because it will show you where you have to work on the text. Okay, come on, just click on it. Okay, see here, the margin is shown here. So the main content area, this would be the main content area, and this would be the edges. Probably you know it when you see it on your rulers book. In the books and the notebooks, you will have these margins, right? Yes, it ensures that you have important elements put up inside the frame, and also not you're not going ahead with like your content is not close to the edges, like you are not writing after this margin or something like that. It looks clumsy over there. Okay, so make sure you're enabling this margins. Okay, the next thing was rulers. This would be the rulers. Make sure you're even enabling the new rulers. Okay. Okay, the next thing is guides. Guides is nothing but, I already told you, if you want to divide a post into something like 1, 2, 3 bars, brochures, when you're going to address, inshallah, at that time you will understand what is this guides and more. If you want to, what we say, partition the pages into a single page into the three files, and in the three things you want to write the cut shots, at that time you'll understand what are the guides. Okay, don't worry about the guides. So the next thing, settings. Rulers and guides, show margins is done. Okay, there's something called as print bleed. Okay, this is an extra thing that will be added, dear sisters and brothers. Extra margin, because it will tell you whatever you do, please do it inside this. Okay, please do it inside this. So one extra thing. Okay, don't worry, this print bleed won't come when you print the text. Okay, this is something extra margin which will be out of the edges. This is edge here, and now you will, when you click on this show print bleed, it will add some 0.5 mm, 0.125 mm. Okay, or 0.125 inches, or it will be around 3 mm. Some small amount of print bleed will be added. It will enable you to help you to make sure that you're doing everything inside that. Okay, nothing should be put out about. If you want to just click on show print bleed, click on show print bleed and see, it will just give you a small minute line of 3 mm. This is nothing but it will tell you that don't do the design anything outside. Don't design anything outside this. It will actually be out of the screen. Fine. Okay. So these are the few settings. As a beginner, dear sisters and brothers, you have to know all of this, because in your upcoming sessions, you will have to know all of these things. Okay, you will have to use all of these things, inshallah. And there's something called as accessibility. You don't have to worry about design accessibility. It's nothing but how you're going to move the things around or something like that. And the next is save, dear sisters and brothers. You don't have to, like Microsoft Word, like Photoshop, you don't have to go and save again and again. You don't have to worry if my screen shuts down, will my project be lost? No, your project won't be lost. Why is it so? Because, dear sisters, you have stored your design on the cloud. Okay, I already told you each of you have 100 GB cloud storage. Do not worry even a little bit that if whether my design will be stored or not or something like that. Every second it refreshes and saves it automatically on the cloud. Even if you just go back without saving, it will be saved already. Okay, all changes have been saved. Have you understood? Don't have to worry about saving the designs each and every time. Okay. Okay. If you want to move this design to specific folder, you will have the access to that. If you want to make a copy of this design, if you have created this design completely and now you want to make a copy and keep it like keep a copy and then change this version, then you can make a copy and keep. And this is version history. It would be telling you what version you're using. Then move to trash is nothing but if you want to delete this design, you can just move it to the trash. And next, something like find and replace text. For example, you are creating a PDF. Okay, probably you have created a PDF. Okay, document. You have 20 pages in line, and you want to change a text that is written over there. You just can click on find and replace the text something like whatever. For example, EDU-SITE. If you have misspelled some words, you want to change EDU-SITE to something else, then this thing will help you in the ways you want to imagine. Okay, find and replace is very excellently done. Inshallah, during the sessions, you will understand how we are going to use this. Okay. Okay. Then what more, dear sisters and brothers? Suggest improvement? Okay, this is not required. So alhamdulillah, files is dealt with. Okay, hopefully you have understood where you have just got the files as. Okay, yes or no? Okay, the next thing that is on the top bar, resize button. Okay, this is a pro button, dear sisters and brothers. This is a pro button that you have gotten access to now. Okay, before this you won't have the access to this because you have entered the EDU-SITE team. You have the access to this pro button called as resize button. For example, you have finished doing your work. For example, you have finished your design, completed your design. Now your client says that I don't want it in the Instagram post format. I want it to be created in some other format like Facebook story. What you will do? If you were with some other report and some other graphic designing application, then dear sisters and brothers, you had to recreate this. Okay, you had to recreate this. But here, inshallah, I'll teach you how easily, just with single button, you can turn the design from small designs to big designs, even the billboard banners or something like that, with just a single click of resize. Okay, you can resize this design if it is in the Instagram story, if you have created already, if it's a finished product. Okay, then you can just resize it to whatever you want. For example, you want to resize it to a billboard, for example 20 feet or 10 feet or something like that. You can just go ahead with the custom size and you can just go ahead and assign the inches, how many inches, 50 inches if you want, or if you want it in the fits as well, you have it inches, just convert it 500 inches if you want, 500 width, 500 height. If you want the dimensions is very big, you can even go ahead with that as well. Okay, so make sure you're assigning the things in very specific and very excellent way, and you can even change the sizes in whatever ways you want. This custom size will be dealt in upcoming sessions, don't worry. Okay, when you're going to create the banners and more, inshallah, at that time I'll deal with this concept known as custom size. Okay, so for example, you just have to convert. If you have to convert this Instagram post to something else, then you can just have the options here. If you want to convert this post to a video, just can click on the video and this will be resized. Which video you want, Facebook video you want, and you can just copy and resize it. That's all. Copy and resize it. Within second, your design will be resized to some other thing. Okay, this is the pro thing that you have in hand. Okay, the next thing. Okay, let me just click on this. There are three things here. Whether you are just editing this post, you want to comment on this post, whether you're viewing this post. Now it's nothing but editing version, so you're actually editing this post, right? Okay. Then there are two bars here, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, there are two bars here. One is this one. one is this one. This two things, I mean the two what we say arrows, right? Yes, two arrows. One is the left arrow, one is the right arrow. So this is redo, undo. Okay, which is undo and which is redo? Can you tell me? The very first is undo and the very right is redo, right? Yes. So undo button is nothing but when you have done something and you want to erase it and you want to get back to the previous version, then you just have to undo that. If you want to redo the things that you have already done, then you just can redo it. Okay, so both options are available here. This is saving options. Okay, there was a doubt here. Okay, where is the resize? Yes, it's nothing but okay. In the smartphones, you will have something like this. Okay, can you see this? In the smartphones, something like this. Because it's actually they actually have constrained everything into the screen. So they just gave you what we say in the smartphones. They have given it in the format of icons only. On the top, you will have it in this format. This is resize button. Okay, this is a pro resize button. It will be available. Just look into it again. Fine. This is resize button. Okay, Alhamdulillah, Barakallahu Fiki. Okay, the next thing we have save button. This is done. This is already being saved. Whatever you do onto your designs, this will be saved already. Fine. Then this is the name of the design. Okay, this is the share buttons. This won't be available on the smartphones. It will be available inside it. Okay, so don't worry about it. Inshallah, we'll just go ahead with this one. Click on the share button now. We'll just see with the download things as well. Okay, how to download this design. Okay, there's nothing on the screen, so I'll just put something like I'll just put the text here. Add a heading. Add a subheading, add a body. Okay, there's nothing on the screen. I just want to save this thing that I just want to save this design. Okay, save this design. So how am I going to go ahead with? Click on the share button. Okay, you have to know this now. Click on the share button. You don't have to click on something called as download image. Don't just go ahead. If you are with the smartphones, probably you will have something like this at the first itself. Don't use that. Don't use that. Make sure you're going ahead with something like share button, and then there is something called as save as. Okay, when you go ahead with the save as, you have different formats, dear sisters and brothers. One is a PNG format, JPG format, PDF format, PDF print format, SVG format, MP4 format, GIF format. You have an access to the pro version. Again, I'm going to tell you, whichever quality you want, whichever high quality you want, highest quality you want, go ahead and save it. You have this access and you can just access it very easily, utilize it to the best, inshallah. And PNG, if you want it, for example, okay, I'll tell you every time which you have to use for each and everything. If you want to create the Instagram post or something like that, we use JPGs because we want to share those things. But if you want to create some illustrations like logos, arts, digital arts or something like that, at that time we need to use PNGs. And if you want a transparent background, so you even have an access to that as well, dear sisters and brothers, because you have a pro version in hand. Even the transparent backgrounds, you can just click and simply you can download with the transparent background. Okay, the next thing, you also have an access to the PNG PDF standards. You want, you can create PDFs here, you can create documents here, you can create whatever you want with this application. This is all in one application. PowerPoints you want to create documents, Word documents, yes, it will be able to. If you want to create videos, it is able to create the videos as well. Highest quality videos you can create for streaming as well. So whatever original content for social media, for drafts, just see here, you can create it in any pixels. Okay, you just have to click on download button, it will be downloaded. Hopefully you have understood the top bar by now. Yes or no? Come on, Bismillah, type in yes or no. This is what we have learned about the top bar. Barakallahu fiki. Alhamdulillah. Let's go ahead with the left bar. Now, dear sisters and brothers, we are going ahead with designing. You all have to bear these classes. Please, you have to know these terms, because after these classes, we are not going to go ahead with the tools again. If I just tell you, save this design with JPG, you just have to go and save it. So make sure you're learning these things beforehand. Okay. Probably you already have gone through this application, but the way angle in which we are going is that we are getting used to the terms here. Okay, so please make sure you're doing it instead of doing some other works, other activities here. Please make sure you're doing the things that are being done here. Fine. Okay, come on the left bar, which is already told that you're in, if the smartphones or the cell phones, you will have it at the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead with the designing here on the left side. Click on the design button, dear sisters and brothers. There is a very first thing called as templates. What is a template? Can you all mention? Yesterday I told you what is a template. Come on, please type in what is a template. Yes, pre-designed frames, right? Something that is already designed by the creators. And now I have told you already whatever the pro designs. Excellent, brother Muhammad Imad. Alhamdulillah, pre-designed frames are called as templates. And dear sisters and brothers, listen carefully. Whatever you had as a pro, it is already available here for free for you. Okay, you can use all of the pro templates and now start creating. And today itself, if you want to create something and give it to your client, you can go ahead and give it. Okay, whatever you want. For example, your client today has asked you to create a service flyer for them, then you can just write service flyer. What service flyer? Business service flyer. And you can just take those business service flyer, consulting service, and you just can customize it based on your need, and you can just serve it to your clients. And remember, all of this are the pro versions. Just look into this. You have gotten access to the pro version. Alhamdulillah. So come on. Do not devalue the application that you have in hand. You can just create wonders with this. Remember that. Okay. So now, how to use the templates is the first topic of today's class. Okay. So now, how we are going to use the templates? For example, I'll just write something very, very, what we say that we all can relate on. I'll just write Islamic post. Okay. Islamic post. Anything, you can just type anything now. It's just introductory sessions. You don't have to be very specific. Okay, if you want to write codes or something like that, whatever you want, you can take. How are we going to customize the templates according to our need? Okay, that is the thing that I'm going to teach you. Okay, now for example, I'll just go ahead and take something like whichever you love, you can take it. Okay, you can grab it. For example, I like it. I just took it on my screen. That's all. Now it's in my screen. I'll close this. Close this. So now how am I going to edit this? How to edit the templates? What are you going to do? You're just going to change the things. How to change the things? Just click on the thing that you don't want. For this one, I will just write instead of a really great site, I'll write EDU-SITE over there. And then EDU-SITE, instead of this, I'll write again the EDU-SITE. EDU-SITE. Okay, instead of this, you can customize this according to your needs. Okay, welcomes you all. Welcomes you all. Okay, this is fine. I'll just see how am I aligning the things. Okay, this is nothing but called as hierarchy. Okay, in the graphic designing terms, this is called as hierarchy. Hierarchy is nothing but you're making sure something that you want to be more beautifully available, more what we say, more specifically available. You have to highlight it most. Okay, so I'll just write it bottom. Okay, EDU-SITE welcomes you all to the introductory session of Design Like a Pro. To the introductory. Come on, do it along with me. You just have to customize any template. To the introductory session of, okay. I also want to highlight this introductory session. So what I can do is I can just bold it up. Okay, how am I going to bold this up? You just can click on it and bold it up. Just see here. Can you do this along with me? Introductory session. Hopefully you know these terms like how to bold the text or something like that. To the introductory session of a design like a pro. I want to write design like a pro in bold manner. So this is here, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, I want the same text to be put up into the design like a pro. So what I'll do, I'll just click on this plus button. Okay, this plus button is nothing but duplicate. Okay, duplicate. Can you all do this along with me? You just have to duplicate this. Click it. Anything that you have taken, duplicate it. Now I'll just align it here. Within single framework, you can do this simply. Okay, I'll just write design like a pro. Okay. So this one, see here, how am I extending this? I'm extending it till here, and I don't want it outside the margins. I'll put it inside the margins like this. And how to align this? See here, I got the guides, I got the rulers, and I have aligned it perfectly with this. EDU-SITE welcomes you all to the introductory session of Design Like a Pro. Here's my finished product. Within seconds, I did this, and I can now, if I want to deliver this to my client, I can do that. If I want to use it anywhere, I can use it. If I want to even write the tag, which for the Instagram or something like that, I can tag it. And that's all. We are done. Did you all do it along with me? Simple activity. Yes or no? Kindly type. I just want to make sure that you're doing these things along with me. Okay, done? Okay, alhamdulillah, barakallahu fiki. If one says yes, then it's for the whole class, okay? Okay. So now this is about the how to update your templates, how to customize your templates according to your needs. Whatever you want, whichever topic you want, you can type and customize it. But dear sisters and brothers, already I told you we're not using the templates. This is just for you to remember to know how you can even use the templates and make sure you're doing some beautiful tasks. Okay? Okay. Alhamdulillah. Now, dear sisters and brothers, I want a new page. How am I going to get a new page? There is a plus button here. Okay? This will give you the new page. New page. Okay. Smartphone viewers, have you understood how to get to the new page? You just have to swipe left. Swipe left. Understood? Yes or no? I want you all to go ahead with a new page. Come on, it's enough. Whatever you have done, stop that and take a new page now. Done? Everyone done? Anyone? Type in yes. Just have to swipe left to get the new page. If you are with this one, computer screens, you just have to write plus, or there will be something like plus here. Okay, alhamdulillah. Barakallah fiki. Most of you are following me. Barakallah. Alhamdulillah. So this is how you get the new page. I'll just write the plus button, and this is a new page that is here. Now we'll just have new thing on the store, inshallah. So, okay. If you want to duplicate the pages, dear sisters and brothers, okay, you have this thing called as plus but this 3-dot button. If you want to duplicate the pages, if you want the same page as the first page, you can just click on this 3-dot button and duplicate this page. Okay, have you followed me? If you want to duplicate this page, the same page, you want to edit something else, then click on 3-dot button, duplicate the page. If you are with the smartphones, did you try this? Do you have this along? If you're not getting these options, then there is something called as, what you have to do is, with the smartphones, you just have to pinch in on your screen. Pinch in. With the 2 fingers, pinch in. Pinch in. If you are with the smartphones, pinch in. 2 fingers. Pinch in. Okay? At that time, you will get a screen like this. I'll show you which screen. Okay, if you are with here, if you're with the laptops, you just have to click here. You will get a screen like this. Okay, all the designs in one frame. Okay, Muhammad Imad, tell me what is wrong with your screen? Yes, got, alhamdulillah. So you just have to pinch in or click on this one. If you are with the what we say laptops or something like that. Okay, click on this 3-dot button. You just have to go ahead and you can just duplicate this one or something like that. Okay, it's quite easy. You just can do it within seconds. If you want to copy the pages, if you want to even copy the page styles, all of it is here. You don't have to worry. If you want to copy the pages, if you want to paste the pages, if you want to duplicate the pages, if you want to delete the pages. For example, you don't want this page, third page, delete the page. If you want to duplicate this page again, or don't want. If you want to add a new page, you can add a page. You can add a page. If you don't want the second page, delete the page. Come on, play with these things, because now if you don't play with these things, you won't understand the things in the future. Okay, because in the future you have to use these things. Okay, now click on this and get back to the screen. Okay, hopefully you have understood how to duplicate the pages, also how to copy the pages, how to add new pages. Done. The second thing is in elements, dear sisters and brothers. We'll just simply, okay, let's just not go to the elements, because I just want you all to know a few of the things, inshallah. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, tell me, what is the first thing that you think that you have to add to a page? Now this is a blank page in hand. Tell me, what is the first thing that you have to add to the page? Yes, what are the things that you think that you need to add? Excellent, excellent. We're going to add a background, right? Template is not required now. Templates are not required. Whenever you are thinking of any designs now, creating a designs, you have to start with the backgrounds, right? Yes. So we'll start with the backgrounds and we'll learn how to play with the backgrounds, how to add a beautiful background, how to add single backgrounds, multiple backgrounds, and whatever, inshallah. So come on, dear sisters and brothers, I'll teach you some tricks and tactics to which you can just add different backgrounds and more. Now you just have a screen in hand. What is the screen? Blank screen, blank mind in hand. Now you just want to have a beautiful background. Okay. First thing, there are different ways you can add the backgrounds. Okay. One way, single background. Second way, multiple colored backgrounds. Third way, you can add, what more you can add, dear sisters and brothers? You can add gradient backgrounds. Okay. Fourth way, you can add photos to the background. Third way, fifth way, you can add videos to the background. Sixth way, you can add multiple photos to the background by reducing the transparencies. So we have around 6 to 7 ways that we'll learn in today's session, inshallah. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, tune up now. Inshallah, I just want you all to follow along with me. After this, we are going to end the session. And after the session, I want you all to send me the designs that you have created. Send me the backgrounds that you have created together with me, okay? Very first thing, we are changing the color to this background, okay? Single colored background, okay? Listen very carefully. When you click on this background, what happens is there will be the things shown up. What is this very first thing? Color. Okay, this is actually called as color wheel. Okay, we'll learn about the color wheel in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, not tomorrow. I think we can extend this for the fourth class. Color wheel is a very important concept. I'll let you know what is it. Okay, don't worry. It is a graphic designing principle that you have to learn. I just want you all to click on this color wheel. Click on this color wheel. Okay. Now you can just import whichever color you want, whichever color you want. You even have the gradients here. Okay, gradients here, but don't go ahead with the gradients. First, just click on whichever colors you want. Okay, this is how you create a single colored background. Fine. If you want more of the colors, okay, then you have a color picker. There's a color picker. You can pick whichever color you want. You can just go ahead and click on this and click whatever you want, whichever solid colors you want to pick. Whichever, blue color, purple color, whichever you want, you can just assign. This purple looks good, so I just assign this. So this is how you select single colored background. Understood? Yes or no? Okay. Now I'll just add another page now. Plus button, add a page. Now we are into the another page. Okay. Now we are going to see another background color. Okay. I'll just click on the background. Where did I click? I clicked on this blank screen. Fine, blank dimension. I just clicked here. Any space, anywhere here, and I got this color wheel, and I want the gradients. How are we going to put the gradient? Okay, how are we going to put the gradients? For example, if you are with a single color here, your sisters and brothers, this white color, then you can just click on the settings button. Okay, settings button. Okay, you don't have to take their gradient colors, don't worry. You can create your own gradient colors. You can click on the settings button. Hopefully you have got the settings button. If you don't have got this, what you can do is you can just click on it, get back to the screen, any color, get back to the screen, again click on the color, click on the settings button. Okay, on the settings button there is two questions, two things. One is a solid color, one is a gradient color. Fine, click on the gradient color. Gradient is nothing but multiple colors. You can club it up on the screen. Okay, multiple colors. You can add 10 colors onto the screen, 20 colors onto the screen, and create stunning stuff. Okay, yes or no? Okay, now two colors are already selected. You can just go ahead and take whatever you want. So this is greenish, this is something bluish. Now if you want any reddish color, you just can add plus, 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 how many colors you want. Now you can change the colors. For this, if you want something like this, for the next color you want something darker, for the next color you want something like this, next color you want something like this. Make sure the combinations are good. I'm just showing you for the what we say to make you understand how the things work here. Okay, so this is how you can select the gradients. And so yeah, even the stylizing, okay, however you want to stylize, horizontally, vertically, horizontally, and the what we say sideways, and also the midways, and also this one. These are all available on the Photoshop applications as well, but they are with a very difficulty you can do these things. Okay, here you have within second access to these things. Okay, come on, dear sisters and brothers, do this along with me, inshallah. Have you understood how to apply the gradient colors? Yes or no? Please type in yes or no. I just want in one yes so that I can understand whether you have understood this thing. Yes, dear sisters and brothers, understood? Alhamdulillah, barakallah. Yeah, it would be confusing, don't worry. You can just handle this very easily in a few of the sessions. If you just practice it, you will understand it, okay? So if you want more, just can click. If you're the smartphone, it will be actually clumsy there. So you might find it difficult, but it goes very well with it. So usually I prefer using blue and red brush framework. That keeps a very excellent look on your design. Bluish, something like this, darkish, some reddish. Okay, something like this. Usually on the Photoshop screens, you used to do this very excellently. Okay, this is excellently put up here, more excellently than those things that we are inferring. Okay, alhamdulillah. So something like these things. Okay, you can just manage it on your own. Okay, the next one. Come on, two different backgrounds, single colored, multiple colored. Now, dear sisters and brothers, now you don't want those backgrounds, you want images onto the backgrounds, images onto the backgrounds. Okay, for example, you're doing a post on education. Okay, you're doing, for example, you have in mind that you're creating a education related post. You're going to create a post for practice makes a man perfect. Okay, this just came to my mind. This is a quote. Okay, now you are making a post on practice makes a man perfect. Okay, so for this code, what do you need, yes, sisters and brothers? It's kind of education post, right? So you just want to mind map things, and now the background you want to put it as educational. Okay, so now when you just have thought about the education field, you can just go ahead with something called as elements. I already told you, you haven't stored 8 million photos free of cost. I mean, these are the pro photos as well, but it is free for you to use now, dear sisters and brothers. You can just go ahead with the elements tab. Okay, this is where you will get the graphics, all the graphics for free from now. Okay, graphics, you have millions of videos to be used for free, millions of photos to be used for free. You can utilize this very excellently now from now on, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, inshallah, just go to the elements now, and now you can just go ahead and type whatever you want. For example, I will type here that I want education. Okay, I just want something like education. Okay, education, if you, even if you want to put something like education background, you can put that. Okay, I'll just write education. Right, you will have graphics, you will have photos, you will have videos. Okay, there are three different things. Graphics is nothing but png, something that can be used on any background, and any background, something that to be used on any background. Photos are something that have the background by themselves. Okay, but graphics don't have the background. Come on, utilize these things and see. For example, this graphic I'm utilizing, you can use this on any background. Correct, graphics can be used on any background. I'll just put it here. Okay, now let me go to the photos, educational photos. Okay, I've got this educational photo. Okay, now I want to put this educational photo behind this, I mean, as a background. How am I going to put a photo as a background? Listen very carefully, dear sisters and brothers. You have a three dot button here. Okay, click on this three dot button. If you are with the smartphones, you just have to swipe left, your bottom of this. Okay, bottom of the page. When you click on this image, the bottom of the page, there is something, some buttons. You just have to swipe left. At the edge, you will have a three dot button. Okay, on the three dot button, you just have to click and go ahead with replace background. Okay, click on it and replace it. Done. This is how you replace it. This is how you make a background. Okay, understood? This is how you add the photos to the backgrounds. And then if you want to add any graphics, for example, if you want more graphic stuff to this, if you want to add these things like this, if you want to add something like this, okay, you can add it here and there. Okay, make sure you're adding it based on the images. But for now, I'm just showing you how you can add this thing. For example, if you want to put this up entirely on the screen, you can even do that. Okay, and also you can reduce the transparency of this to make sure it looks more classy. Okay, so this is how you add multiple images to the background. Okay, I'll show you another example how you can add multiple images. For example, you want to add this image, this as a background as well. Okay, and you want to put some other photo as well. Okay, this one you just can replace the background, and you want this one as well. So how you can go do ahead with that? You can just have the transparency and reduce the transparency. Okay, something like this you can try. For example, if you want the multiple backgrounds in the frame, okay, I'll show you with the multiple backgrounds how we can do. Okay, this one you want, you place it here. Okay, okay, so I want something behind this. Okay, this one I want to replace it as a background. Okay, this one I want to place it above it, and I want both of it to be visible. So I just can reduce the transparency of this and make sure that this is also visible. Something like this. Can reduce it up. Okay, I'll just use it here. Something like this. Okay, I have background remotes or so in the hand. I can do that later as well. But this is how I'm just showing you how we can select multiple things in the frame. Okay, hopefully you are understanding the thing. So this is how you make sure you're going to play with the background. You have so many things to go along, dear sisters and brothers. You have backgrounds, like for the backgrounds itself, if you want to go ahead and create something for the course, you have a paper background, tone paper background. For example, I can take this tone paper here, black tone paper, okay, black tone paper, and then what I can do is I can add another paper here. I can move it to the back of the screen like this, and I just can click on this three dot button and make sure that it is layered up backwards, send it to back. Okay, something like this. This way you can add the multiple things on the background. Or for example, okay, for this one, we could have selected this one, right? This looks more classier. Okay, this is how you make your background stuff. Okay, this is quite interesting. Come on, you can play with these things. Create the backgrounds. Today you just have to create the backgrounds. That's all. Don't worry. Okay, now for example, this one, if you want, you can just have this here. What more you can add to this? You can even add some more stuffs to this. Like if you want to add this thing here and place it here. This is how you create your own backgrounds. Okay. Just about the paper. If you want something like crushed paper, you can write that. You can write gradients. Okay, you have the gradients, excellent gradients here as a graphics. Here, you type gradient here, you'll have hundreds of gradients. Whichever gradients is the graphics, if you want, you can take graphics. We prefer photos for the backgrounds. Remember that. Photos for the backgrounds. And click on the three dot button, replace the background. Yeah, beautifully, we can do that. Again, another page. Click on this three dot button, replace the background. Okay, whichever you want. For example, you like this three dot button, replace the background. Come on, play with this graphics, with the backgrounds. You're going to play with the backgrounds today, right? Okay. Next, we have so many things. I'll tell you some of the key elements. Whatever I'm telling you, please, dear sisters and brothers, write it somewhere in the paper, okay? Somewhere in the book or somewhere in the notes. If you have the laptops or in the computer screens or the smartphones, I just want you all to write these things like paper, the crushed paper, okay? Some background ideas, crushed paper, and also something like gradient is also an idea. And also there is something called as holographic backgrounds. Holographic, holographic. Okay, so see here some of the photos like this. You can take, add it as a background, replace background. So this is some wonderful stuff that you can do. And there is something called as abstract background. Abstract. Come on, type in abstract. 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 You can see the abstract backgrounds that are here. You can use this. Usually for the technological stuffs, we use those things. Okay. Replace the background. Replace the background. How beautifully we have added the backgrounds within seconds, right? Okay. Then we have something called as textured backgrounds. Textured backgrounds. Come on, type this. Textured backgrounds. Okay. Okay. So you can even take the graphics like this, textures like this. First, you can replace the texture, replace the backgrounds. Okay. Then this graphics you can add on it. Okay. And this graphics you can have the transparency reduced. Okay, I want you all to play with these things today in today's session. Okay, even if you're not following it in the class, do it after the class. Please sit back and do this. You have to do this. Okay, make sure you're doing this along with me or after me after the class with the recordings or more. Okay, so you will have something like ink backgrounds, wavy backgrounds, watercolor backgrounds, something like that. Please write it down somewhere. Okay, ink backgrounds, wavy backgrounds, watercolor backgrounds. Watercolor backgrounds are very excellent. Watercolor. Okay, these terms I just want you all to write somewhere. Fine, these are the things that you use in the invitation cards and more. These terms I want you all to write it, and you will get used to this because I'll be using these terms very often, inshallah. Okay, so alhamdulillah, we are done with the background. Simple thing. The third thing I just wanted to explain, texting, nothing but how to add the text. In tomorrow's class we are going to head on to this topic. I just want to show you how to add the text boxes. You just can add a text box by your own choice and write whatever you want. Today, I just want you all to send me the backgrounds that you have created. Beautiful backgrounds, you have to send it to me. That's all. Okay. So, for example, practice makes a man perfect. Makes you perfect. Okay. This is how you write the text. That's all. Okay. So, we are done. Alhamdulillah. This is the text things, and if you want to take the font combinations and write, we'll explain to you in tomorrow's session. So Alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, hopefully you enjoyed doing or playing with this backgrounds. If yes, type yes, inshallah. Come on. In tomorrow's session, dear sisters and brothers, you are going to learn very basic, very excellent design principles, inshallah. Those are very important for a graphic designer. Fundamental sessions again. You have to remember that you have to be present in the live class because these are very important sessions for you all. Okay. So I just want you all to make sure that you have to use all of these stuffs, different stuffs very beautifully. Please make sure you're using these stuffs, whatever is being taught in the class, and practicing it all along, and then inshallah in the next class we'll see how we can just utilize it the best, inshallah. So jazakumullah khairan kaseera, dear sisters and brothers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.